Prepare to fight.
There we go. Yeah, let's start on Dave. Let's quickly peek at the pings. 120 for Dave, 50 for Nrav. Heavy spawn for Dave. Mag Elf spawn for the anarchy of Nrav. So he will be shopping for those lights. He got one or two. No, of course two, because he starts with 0. Oh, an adventurous speaker from Dave, but he was out in the open. So Nrav gets first track pretty clean. Both items appearing at the same time. So both players getting one major item. Yeah. Anarchy is pretty allergic to the super shotgun. So Nrav needs to keep his distance. Yeah, Dave is a little bit call out. He does have the speed, so let's see if he, yeah, he's getting out. Nrav wanting to release a rocket, but does not have anything in the chamber. Yeah, actually pretty successful attack by Dave. Press with the heavy. Dishing out the major hand of the damage. I think he can go for the Mega Elf. Although there is not a lot of delay between the two. Maybe he should now delay his item. He just picks it up and does beeline to the Mega Elf right after he picks it up. But he already sees that it's gone. Ooh, Nrav not hitting that rocket out in the opening. Which is, yeah, lucky for Dave actually, because he... yeah, practically made a mistake moving through the portal while his enemy was there, but the execution was not successful for Nrav. Or Nrav. Oh, this time there is some retaliation from Nrav while Dave moves into the neighborhood. And again, Dave just walking through the portal without a care in the world. But there is his enemy waiting for him. But on the other hand, Nrav seems fine with only one frag advantage. Like, he got Dave pretty low on a few occasions, but now he just oversteps his boundaries, eats a lot of rockets, and davjs appears on the scoreboard. 1-1, 3 minutes played. Ooh, nice rockets again from Nrav. I do think in the damage department, well, it's actually Dave who's done the better hand. Oh, but his LG is not connecting at all. And Nrav is destroying him. Dave on life support needs to find the poverty items on the map. Oh, great rocket.
Stopwatch.
But nobody going on in just yet. There's overstack for Nrav, though, while Dave just used the major item to stack back up. They're both pretty conservative in going into the fights.
Stopwatch.
Oh, awesome rockets. And the jump pad is taken by Nrav. Not a good idea when your enemy is around with the LG. There is a light over there. But it does not get taken by Nrav. I do think No, he still leaves it up. So yeah, he's completely being destroyed. And again, he just walks into a fight without any armor.
5 minutes.
Easy pickings for Dave. Is he going to play Pac-Man? No, he's leaving the lights up for Nrav again. But yeah, Nrav didn't get a light previous to frags. This time around he gets one. But while he gets one, Dave gets both major items. Sending Dave flying. And the second rocket is also doing great damage. Sending Dave yeah, away from the heavy. I think this is the first one for Nrav. Yeah, Nrav just got his first heavy and wow. Dave, in a very bad situation, is not able to get to the mega health and dies. So Nrav now being a healthy energy on the map. With his injectors back up. Yeah, nice. Is he able to force spawn the red room? No. It's actually Dave who gets the heavy spawn. So yeah, the next frag is anybody's, and it's... Is it going to be Dave? He's chasing up. Yeah, the speed, the crouch slide is nice to catch an energy. And wow. As soon as Nrav dies, he just plus forwards into one or two more deaths. So yeah, so actually the frags Dave worked for were only 2. The rest was just plus forwarding from Nrav without any stack. He does get the heavy mid fight, but he does a rocket jump and Dave shoves a rocket in his face. Wow, the mega health gets ignored. And Nrav on a mission. Yeah, he gets his 3rd frag. Dave almost gives him his 4th, but his clutch rocket saves him. It's just
Stopwatch.
Rocket Arena. But the davjs is getting the upper hand on this one. Let's see. Dave gets this one. And we move to Insomnia. Sorlak versus Galena. Dave on the Sorlak and Nrav on Galena. And we move on through without any hassle. But he's being refactored in TypeScript. Hello, Marty
Prepare to
Chaos.
fight.
Let's see. Ah, the admin is trying to stall Nostra, so
2, 1.
we have a good chance we get to the Nostra match after this one. Let's start on Nrav. For this map, he needs to come back. And he has a difficult job to do. He has to definitely outdamage Dave.
Initiated.
He can compensate the stack a bit with the totems.
Stopwatch.
And the heavy will definitely help. But he's missing the LG and wow. Dave goes balls out. He dishes out the first damage, but then walks into the rocket of Nrav. He's on life support. Oh, but Nrav actually missing the rockets. Or rocket, and then is out of rocket, but hits the clutch rail mid-fight. And they switch major items. Oh, he is not aware of the position of Dave, who gets the opening damage and removes all the armor Nrav is working with. Oh, look at those rails. Pixel perfect. Nrav did not had a chance to escape this one. Ooh, I like the bridge to platform.
Lost.
But yeah, he just lingers. And there is not that much room to dodge when you are a big champion. So Nrav is even hitting better than Dave. Good job from him.
Impressive.
Oh, Dave going on an adventure, flying through the air, but lands into a full-on rocket. Does do some revenge damage, but the totem will help Nrav. Heavy's up first. Ooh. Dave is shopping for an angle. But yeah, he's out of available territory. And he's not hitting his shot. Now we have a race for the Mega Health. Who's gonna win it? It's Dave, but he eats 2 rails, but still walks away as victor. Getting a telefrag. Ouch. Oh, great rockets. Shielding off the pathway for Nrav to go to this heavy. A nice jump. I actually ledge clipped that that small stairs, and that looked really smooth. I need to try that the next time I play this map, because I always get stuck on that little ledge. The lizard lady of Dave on life support and Nrav. seals the deal. Converts to his second frag. Or fifth frag actually. It's Dave who's
Kill you lost.
trailing behind, and now even more.
5-minute warning.
Be healed.
Items get shared, but it's Nrav who gets the better hand of the deal.
Die yet.
And with 1 health, he gets his 7th frag on the board. Won't get to his 8-0. Davjs with some momentum, and he's choosing to go for this heavy.
Stopwatch.
I do think he still needs a liming gun.
Impressive.
Oh, great rails from Dave. But yeah, is there a finisher for him? Yeah, he converts. Ooh, he has to look out for the totems though. Wow. Oh,
Stopwatch.
it was not triple stacked, but he's doing great work. More than 3 minutes left, and oh, that last rocket was undodgeable. So if we had a comeback going for Dave, Nrav was just able to stop it. And 3 frags is relatively safe. He has to make sure that it doesn't become more, and well, this is a little bit assurance. Dave does get frag, but he also suicides in the process. Yeah, Dave is very rail heavy. But on this map, yeah, you don't really have the room. So on the other weapons, he's lacking a little bit. I think if he focuses some more on the other weapons than rail, he will greatly improve. Because look, it's just insane. Yeah, which kind of shots he's hitting.
Death is the only release.
But yeah, there is a moment that you can't shoot your railgun. And the enemy will punish you.
Impressive.
Oh, but Nrav also has some flick shots up his sleeve. And the rockets are awesome. It was a little bit risky to drop down like that, because the shotgun did a lot of damage. Ooh. We had some kind of Mexican standoff with the rail. It's being won by Dave, but wow, he's eating rockets for dinner. Barely escapes. Nice shot by Nrav, and yeah, he gets the fadeaway angle. Like the buffing he takes. Correct jump for
Stopwatch.
extra speed. And I think Dave was calling GG.
You win. You lose.
So we get to a tiebreaker. Nrav taking Insomnia. This means we move to Duel of Nrav. And they are both ready to rumble. Hey, RMV is casting. He's not playing himself. I'll ask if he wants to join.
Prepare to fight.
After this match.
Round begins in
Let's see. Yeah, let's start on Dave.
2, 1. Fight.
Burn out their eyes.
They both have great champions for this map. Oh, I do like the aggressiveness from Nrav. And yeah, it will certainly get him the mega health. davjs not really with anything helpful to fight off the team at the moment. But oh, he does have the barbecue strike. But we don't have a barbecue party yet. And Nrav gets his second track on the board. And well, Dave just wants to fight. Yeah, he does have his trusty rail, and the rockets are certainly hitting. Is he going to the mega health first? Yeah, so he's giving some breathing room to Nrav. But yeah, Nrav is actually not that fast to recover, so Dave finally converts a frag. Heavy is up, but Nrav wants to fight, and he finds death. The respawn is, well, I would say advantageous, because he gets the heavy, but he does not have any weapons to fight with. He gets a rocket launcher before he dies, but yeah. Well, he did enough, actually. Yeah. 55 health for Dave after that fight. So Nrav, being a heavy, spawns with a lot of stack. Able to equalize the score again. And I really think they are not really playing the major items.
Lead taken.
And of that does see that the heavy is there, so why not collect it? Gets the mega half. Dave is waiting there to strip the overstack from it. Yeah, eating a hundo sets him back a bit, but what?
Tied.
Yeah, I think Nrav entered the rocket dome, and Dave had the rail out and hits his shot. And that is what was his in onto this frag. Now gets the mega health mid-fight, but it isn't a clean one. He doesn't really get to bank on that mega health, actually. He now has to search for poverty items before the heavy spawns. No exit damage from Dave on Nrav after he picks up the heavy. And yeah, both items going to Keel. So many kilos on Keel.
Fire in the hole.
The fire strike or the meatballs are locked and loaded though. Nice rail from the crates. And another one. Is he in time to do something about his mega health? No, it does get picked up, but the damage output is there. Look at this boy railing the stack from Nrav. Yeah, I do think like his sensitivity is just a little bit too high. I think it's great for his flick shots, but it will be hard for hitting the hit scan weapons like LG and HMG. Oh, great damage output, yeah. We do have the barbecue strike being effective this time around.
Warning.
Dave hits rail and retreats. To get the heavy, and now he is working with the fat stack.
Precise.
Oh. What an awesome rocket. He does eat a rail though, but we'll cut that out of the highlight movie.
Stopwatch.
Nrav on the hunt. Has about 3.5 minutes to do something about the scoreline, and how he's able to dodge all the rockets Dave is releasing, and even dishing out a rail. Now the damage is being equalized. No, not after that rocket. It's definitely in the favor of Nrav, and Dave still lingering. Nrav gets a shot. Decides to not jump through this portal. It would have been a great trap, but this will also work. Bopping Dave down. And releasing another rocket in his face. Oh, and the combo. Pineapples, rockets. We do have Nrav being on fire, so retreats to get the mega health. Oh, those rails. Like, Dave is still hitting them. But it's Nrav with the better stack. So Dave not really able to hold on to his lead.
Impressive. Netmaster.
He does get this one, and oh, he has to be fast. I was almost scared that Nrav was looking for some damage, and davjs was still out in the open before he got to the mega elf. But thankfully for him, it all works out. Now the damage is traded, but the heavy goes to Dave. Yeah, maybe Dave is a little bit too passive between the items when he's out of control. Although this does work.
1 minute warning.
Flying high through the air. And yeah, dodging all the rockets Nrav is releasing. And now he does take a stance on a major item. Oh, he's raidable!
Netmaster. Combo kill.
Oh, but he hits an awesome rocket. And Nrav knows it's over. Yeah, great entertainment by both. Congratulations, Dave. Let's see if we can catch Nosfa.